Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining me today on OKEETA Talks. Today, I have two videos for you guys, and I just want to say I absolutely love when men come online and speak their truth. I love that we are now in a day and age where not only do you have the capability to record yourself, you have the opportunity to upload it to the world for millions and billions of people to see how you feel on a certain topic. So I'm really happy that men are able to find a space online where they're comfortable enough to express how they truly feel in regards to men. And I mean, in regards to women, and to be more specifically, in regards to Black women. I mean, I guess since they hate Black women so much, they kind of do like men, but anyway. So, I found two videos that I would like to share with you guys. And these are two videos with Black men, and they're pretty much coming to the defense of women and explaining to other Black men why it is that women do not see the purpose in dating them, pursuing them, having them in our lives, or even more so, bringing them into our household. These two men were able to break it down in a way that I just thought it was absolutely beautiful. And I loved it even more because it was coming from other men. So I want to jump into these videos and then we'll discuss.
Hey, one thing I can't stand these gaslighting videos of black men trying to tell women that they gonna be alone and single. That's the better option, fam, because getting with a lot of you niggas is like getting with a parasite. These women ain't gonna get a leader, provider, protector. They gonna get a liar, a cheater, a manipulator, and abuser. That's what they gonna fucking get fucking with y'all niggas. And then a lot of y'all dudes be single, saying this stupid talk, but these women gonna be alone and they gonna pass away alone and they ain't gonna have no man. Blah, blah. You think having a man is a flex nowadays, fam? I can't even tell what the fuck a man is nowadays because when I look around, all I see is bitch niggas. That's what I see. All I see is a whole bunch of black, old, dusty men on a fucking podcast crying and complaining about a woman he's not having intercourse with. If that's the black man's image, then fam, black women definitely shouldn't be getting with y'all niggas. You ain't bringing truth. Fam, you know darn well that the men are trash nowadays, and you're a part of the problem, nigga. Some of y'all niggas are divorced. You're a failed fucking man. Some of you niggas don't see your kids. Some of you niggas are bad friends. But let me guess. You want to tell women that their best option is to get with a man. Let me tell you something, black man. You are not the fucking answer to the community, nigga. You never were. You never were. Because the shit that y'all saying right now, you damn sure ain't the fucking answer. A black woman getting with a black man is not the answer to the community, nigga. You niggas need therapy. You need healing. The last thing a lot of you dudes should be worried about is a goddamn relationship. And then you failed at all of them. At all of them. All of them, fam. You're divorced. Some of y'all are single trying to tell women that they gonna be alone. What do you mean they gonna be alone? You still single. You have no woman. You have no woman. But yet you trying to gaslight women into these relationships. Some of y'all just really you're not even built for relationships. You trying to say that black women aren't wife material. You're not even husband material, fam. See, because a real man doesn't sit behind the camera trying to tell women that he's not, having intercourse with what to do. A man goes out and finds the woman that is for him. And we don't make excuses, nigga. We make changes. That's what happens. We don't make excuses. We make changes. But you niggas trying to change a certain type of black woman. Why? If she's no good, leave her alone. Go focus on the one that's good. There's plenty of black women. All this stuff. Well, it's not really black women. It's not really black women for us to choose from. No, nigga, you just don't qualify for a good one. That's all it is. It's plenty of good black women out here that are wife material. The problem is you're not husband material, and she shouldn't get with you. But you'll be. I will never tell a woman that she needs to go out and find a man. That is the least of her worries, fam. She need God. That's what she need, fam. She need health. She need water. She need food. She need a job. But a man is not what a woman needs. Fam, it's not. Let's stop the BS. Let's stop the BS. And
There are so many parts of that video that I love. I love how he breaks down just how dysfunctional these men are and how the rhetoric that they pass around online makes absolutely no sense. You don't have the qualifications that you are demanding these women come with. But in the same sense, when the women come with the qualification, it's, well, I don't care about your degree. I don't care about your money because You're really just looking for someone to rule. And if she has a degree, her own money, her own career path, and her own home, she has no need for you. The level of control drops because now you can control her with your quote unquote money. And I just love how you also zoomed in on the fact of making it very clear you men aren't even husband material, but you're out here screaming that these women aren't wife material. And let's be clear, even though you're out here looking for a wife, what you're looking for is a servant. You're not there to serve her or to help her in any way, shape, or form. Let's be very clear about that. I also love when he lists the things that a woman need, starting with God, a job, and things like that. Like when you really sit down and factor in and weigh in, a man, quote unquote, they claim they bring you, they provide, and they protect. We're able to provide for ourselves. So that already eliminates the need for that level of control because we all know by this point in life, when they say they provide, the strings that are attached is you are now a puppet. Here's the money and here are the strings controlling every move you think, everything you say. They own you. When you allow someone to feed you, they own you. And that's the type of ownership men want when they say they provide. And let's please drop this narrative about you protect. Protect us from what? From what? The only thing women need protecting from are men, especially the men laying in their beds. Let's be very clear on that. My second video, this guy, it seems like he was strolling online as well and just noticed the constant videos of women just being bashed by a black man and the things that they were saying about us. And he's just like, the points that he made in the video, I absolutely love. So I'm gonna play that one. And I know I said originally I was gonna play two videos, but there's one more that I have, and I'm gonna share it as well. So we're gonna watch three videos inside this video today. But this next one, he reads these men to filth in just such a beautiful way. Like it's art. Let's dive in. Let's take a look.
For me at least, I knew that shit was getting scary when I started to watch black men comparing themselves to women. And I don't want to jump on the bandwagon of this sassy and zesty conversation because there's a lot of zest sitting over here. So I ain't got call it for what it is. A lot of zest and sass over here. But I would never try to put me in the same sentence as a woman. And I was scrolling through my phone the other day and I saw a man talking to a woman. He said, "Look at you and look at me. Do you think that you're worth me?" Is what he said to her.
Whoa.
And I said, "Oh
Whew.
gosh, shit is getting scary."
Hmm.
Where you think that you should be in competition with a woman. And I think what a lot of that has to do with, and why I bring up that jealousy part, is because women have made strides when technically they were supposed to be behind. We lived in a day in society where that woman wouldn't have been allowed to vote, but you would have been. Still, you sit your ass at home when it came time. We live in a society where we all could not get an education. Now we do. A black woman is highly more educated than a black man can ever be. We live in a society where men statistically are supposed to be making more money, including that black man, but she makes 10 times more than you. I think the dichotomy is you showed up not being man enough, and she's being every bit of the man that you were supposed to be. And now you can sit in front of baby girl face to face and say, "What are you bringing to the table?" When I thought the niggas were supposed to build it.
Damn.
That last line was a sila. That is what we Jamaicans say, sila. We say that at the end of a prayer, sila, because that is it right there. You're out here shouting, "What are you bringing to the table? What do you bring to the table?" Whole time, you can't build one. You're coming to the same table with nothing but trauma. And let's be for real, a lot of these relationships where you see these men walking around acting as if they built something, it was built on that woman's back, on her smarts, of her degree, of her ideas, of her sacrifices, of her. Let's be all the way for real on that. And for me, when I hear a guy say, "I don't care about a woman's accomplishments, I don't care about degrees, I don't care about a woman's money," I automatically know you are just looking for someone to control with the idea of your money. And yes, I said idea of your money because it's still just an idea. The idea of his money should tell you when to speak. It should tell you when to go. It should tell you when to sit. The idea of a man's money should control everything you do in your day to day life. And the worst part about it is when you hear them talking about your degree and how it means nothing to them, sis, let's be very clear. It's because he could never, never. These men don't even have the attention span to pass gym class, let alone get a bachelor's degree and God for a master's degree. We don't even have to bring PhD into the argument because we already know y'all aren't passing certification classes. Y'all aren't passing tech classes. But you hear someone say they have a bachelor's degree or even a master's degree, and you say, I don't care about that. None of that matters to me. Yeah, because you're looking for a servant. And let's be clear, the less educated your servants are, the more submissive they're going to be because they know no better. I've seen multiple videos online with men saying they don't want a woman with experience. And that just doesn't mean, like sexual experience. It means experience in anything. He wants to be able to show her the world. He wants to be able to teach her things for the first time. Now explain to me a man, and these are men in their 30s, in their 40s saying these things. So you want a woman to be locked away in a dungeon all her life, never have experienced anything, and then you come along and breadcrumb her into thinking that you taking her to the cheese factory, you taking her down the street to a water park, or you taking her to Florida is the height of her life because she has never experienced these things before. You don't want a woman who's traveled. You don't want a woman who actually reads. You don't want a woman who has educated herself because you want to train her. You want to tell her what to think. You want a dog that you could legally lay down with. You want something to train and rule. When I tell these men don't love you, they want something to rule. And the jealousy, it's so real. It's crazy when you have to even consider and think, yeah, well, my girlfriend or my friends may be jealous of me or whatever the case is going on between you and your friend group. But the worst jealousy of all, and this goes seemingly unchecked, is the jealousy that men have towards women, especially the woman that they lay down with. All your accomplishments, he is jealous of you. When a man makes it his duty not to compliment your accomplishments or to try to belittle you in the moments of your greatness, that is a man that is jealous of you. Or he tries to humble you in your moments. You could be having a great day, accomplish something you have worked on for so long, and he just says and does these little things, attempting to poke at your self esteem. That is jealousy rearing its ugly head. Get that demon away from you. Get it away from you. There's a saying, I don't think I remember exactly how it goes, but it basically sums it up by saying to you, by saying, when you're doing good in life, the devil has a way of showing his head, coming in and ruining what you have going on. And oftentimes, the devil comes in the shape of a man. A lot of us women fall victim to the fact that a man comes into our life and they start saying all the right things, and you think this is your prince charm, and not realizing the whole time you're laying down with your devil. You realize you're more anxious around this person. Your anxiety is increasing. You are stressed. You are looking different. You are dressing different. A relationship should bring out the best in you. It should make you happy. It should make you joyous. If you find pieces of yourself disappearing while this person is now in your presence, this is the devil itself. They will ruin you. They will suck the life force out of you and then turn around and ask you why you look like that. Why don't you look the way you did when they just met you? Because you still had joy. You still had your light. They literally suck the life out of you, then turn around and blame you for it. Then go get the younger version of you and say it's your fault because you let yourself go. Whole time, whole time, he was a parasite sucking the very air out of your lungs. Be very careful. And also be even more careful of these men that not only repeat the same behavior in their lives, but then either blame you, they blame their mothers, they blame society, they blame everybody. It's the wind, it's the everything, it's the water they're drinking, it's the neighbor's fault, it's the dog's fault, it's the bird's fault, it's everybody's fault except for them why they're living the lives that they are living. Be very careful of these people. And also be even more mindful of the things they say about you behind your back. These are the same type of men who will look you in your face and tell you you're a blessing in their life. And the whole time, find out what their friends are saying about you. Everything that goes wrong in their life, you are now the fault of it. The next video that I'm going to play for you guys, this guy, he has that same conversation, but he explains it very well by speaking of black men and how black men have a way of blaming society for everything that's gone wrong in their life, even though black women face those same challenges. They love talking about how they were raised in a single parent home and how their mother didn't do this and their father wasn't around and this and that and that. And here we are. I can't count the amount of successful black women I know who were raised in a single parent home with just their mothers, barely seeing their fathers or not seeing them at all. And these women are thriving, thriving. Yet I'm seeing grown black men on the World Wide Web bashing their mothers, blaming their mothers and the society they live in as to why they were never able to succeed. Yet here we have black girls from the very same slums that they came from who thrive, who, when their mother couldn't afford financial aid for them to go to school, who couldn't afford to send them to college, they applied for financial aid. They got grants. They found scholarships. They got into programs. They found whatever avenue they had to in order to get it done. But black men are online making excuses and blaming everything and everyone, from their mothers down to their grandmothers, their girlfriends, the bird society. It's everyone's fault why you're lazy, even though you live in a patriotic world, a patriotic system that was literally designed to also help you. Black women, we barely had the right to vote for 70 years. We barely had the right to even get a job. Yet somehow, some way, we have surpassed you in education and income. But it's our fault. Why? And your mother's fault. It's your mother's fault as well, right? Why you weren't able to do anything. Let's get into this next video. This guy does an amazing job at breaking this down.
There's nothing easier than being a black man. Nothing easier. Because no matter what you do, no matter how much you fuck up your own life due to your own fucking decisions that you made, there's always going to be an excuse. There's always going to be somebody there to coddle you and tell you that it's a systemic issue. It's because you're black and all. No, we all have sat in classrooms with these same not shit ass niggas. We know that they do nothing but tear down the people who actually want to move forward in life. We know this, but never ever will you ever hear them say, I didn't pay attention to school. I fucked up. You'll never hear that. And you know what else you will never hear? You will never hear nobody else holding them motherfuckers accountable either. It's always some fucking excuse. I hate seeing the fact that this is a conversation about why black men don't go to college, and then I scroll and I'm seeing some fucking woman make all these fucking excuses. Shut the fuck up. That's when y'all are just in the fucking way. God, it's not hard to not be a fucking criminal. Don't engage in criminal activity. Y'all will make a million excuses as to why a nigga ain't shit, and not one of them will be because he just ain't shit. And it's evident in the way that they describe their challenges. They really think that they have some unique experience. Like their life was so fucking hard. Every single story is like, nigga, y'all all sound the same. You're not special. You sat there on your girl's couch and watched her go to CNA classes. And you sat there and played the video game. You sat there and watched her become a CNA. You sat there and watched her go to LPN classes. And you sat there. You then sat there and watched her go become an RN. And you sat there. You could have been in those classes right with her. That's why being a black man is so fucking easy, because black men are not competition. I'm gonna be honest with you. Never ever have I ever once ever been in any professional environment, situation, or setting where a black man was a rival, was a true adversary. Like, never. It's not hard to defeat black men. It's not hard. And they wanna say, oh, it's the white man. No, nigga, y'all getting defeated by other black men too. It ain't just white men. We're beating y'all asses too. These niggas will say, oh, we couldn't afford to go to college. Oh, but you could afford child support on 6 different kids? Oh, we couldn't afford to go to college. Oh, but you could afford that 30% interest rate on that Camaro? Shut the fuck up. Boo fucking who, nigga? I could never imagine being friends with the majority of these niggas ever. Never. My friends who are black men do not, none of that. None of that. Y'all niggas is weak pussy. Period. It does not matter what you do as a black man, there will always be somebody there to coddle you, to hold you, to baby you, because overall, everybody sees black men as nothing more than babies, as infants who need to be taken care of. That is why black women are so masculine, because they don't trust that the black man can just be a fucking man. All they want to do is play. They want to play basketball and play football and play PlayStation. And then the niggas who actually persevered and made it, they ain't no fucking help, because all they do is coddle and baby them niggas too. Nigga, you fucking made it, and here your dumb ass come taking up for these weak ass niggas. Listen to a black man describe the history of black men. It's gonna be nothing but an entire long montage of black men getting their ass beat by everybody. Never, ever, ever has the black man actually faced a challenge and won. You're a victim. Be a victim. Stop talking about how strong you are.
You're a victim. Play a victim. Stop talking about how strong you are. It's like, stop it. It's so funny. It's like, while they're talking to women, they want to convince us they're victim to everything. Everybody in the world is out to get them. Everything and everyone, down to the ants, the animals, the wind, the trees. Everything is out to get them. But in the same breath, they're also the strongest. And we must submit, because they are kings. They are gods. But simultaneously, they're also the victims. Have you guys ever been hit with this line? We deal with so much. Men deal with so much when we go out into society, when we get around our women. We need you to be our peace. When we come home, like, I just need my woman to take my shoes off, rub my feet, get me my dinner, and ask me how my day was. That man spent the whole day cheating on you. That man spent the whole day at his side chick's house. Had his feet up there, had his back rubbed there, and did a whole bunch of things you will never hear about. That man, these men don't know what hard life is. Do you think that they're out here right now telling you to chase them because they've been having life so hard? No. They saw how life is for women, since our life is just so soft and we're just so relaxed. Now they also want to be coddled. They want to be chased because they're the prize. Society has beat them down for so long. They make more than we do. They're stronger than us. Rules are literally bent for them, no matter what they do. Courthouses, despite what they say, courthouses are not built to protect women. They're built to coddle men, especially the abusive ones. I will not stop saying that. Now, I should be your peace in a world that's created to coddle you, created to set you free. A world that is trying so hard to bring us back to the days where women have absolutely no rights. You stay with men who don't like you. The only thing you're there to do is to serve. I saw another video with a guy saying it was his mom talking to him. And she's telling him blatantly, like, your wife is tired. She wants to leave you. And she's just sick of having to do everything herself. You know what his response was? I pay all the bills. All she has to do is take care of the house, take care of the children. I pay all the bills. So you work a 40-hour job, and because of that, she should work from the moment she wakes up till the moment all the kids are in bed, the house is clean, everyone has eaten, including you, servicing you all throughout the day once you come home from work. Because when they come home, it's feed up, playing their video games, or just on their phone scrolling the internet, because they're not done with their job. That's all they have to do. But she should run a household and take care of kids. I don't know how many kids there are in the house, but he said take care of the children. So there are more than one. My count would also be more than two. So she's taking care of 2+ children, plus you, because you're also a child, and a household. Well, the only thing you have to do is go to work, which I'm certain, just by the look of him, it's nothing challenging, it's nothing demanding. You're not building houses, you're not building train tracks, you're not doing anything. Probably just running a podcast, sitting around talking with your friends the whole day and chucking it up as work. Or have you guys there's another video. It's another creator. I'm not even gonna look for the video. I've seen it on too many platforms at this point. You guys may have seen it as well. He is basically trying to pressure his wife. She's currently pregnant, trying to pressure his wife into becoming a stay-at-home mom. This woman, when I tell you established, he will tell you himself. She has been at her job for over 10 years. I believe she's an accountant. She has her master's, to the best of my knowledge, and she is tenured in her position. He wants her to leave her job, come home, be a stay at home wife, stay at home mom, basically take care of the house because, according to him, he can make more money if she stays home. Now, I want to fully understand this. And she keeps saying she doesn't want to do it. At one point, he did a video with her because he was feeling the pressures of the internet. The internet is basically saying you're trying to force her into this. Clearly, this is not something she's interested in. She's worked all the time you've known her. They already have two kids. They're working on their third right now. She's pregnant with, and she's still not. She still has never been a stay-at-home anything throughout your entire relationship. Now here you are bombarding her with, oh, she should just stay at home because I can make way more money, and he's also a fighter. There's a fighter and he's a content creator. Keep in mind, both of these careers can go away at the blink of an eye. You get hurt in that fight, that's it, you're done for. The internet goes away tomorrow, there goes your whole income. But she should give up her career, the degrees she has worked to earn to secure her career so she can stay home. And in one of his videos, he even says plain and simply, I want my woman home. Is there something wrong with me having her at home to make me my sandwich? She should give up her career to stay at home and make you a sandwich. Give up her career to make you a sandwich. And again, neither one of his professions are guaranteed. He can get hurt tomorrow and his career is over. Without Wi-Fi, there's no content created. But she should give up all that she has accomplished to stay at home and make you a sandwich and clean your house because you can make more with her being at home. Hire a nanny, hire a cook. Since you are so well off, hire people and pay them for the services that you want because evidently she's getting by just fine. You are the one that require these things. So if you require stay-at-home nanny, get you a nanny and pay for it. You want sandwiches made on demand? They have people you can pay to do that. And I just don't understand. Even if he can make $100,000 more if she's at home, if you're making a decent amount of money, you pay someone, pay a cook. Let's say you pay a cook, and she also has her job. Now you're both coming in with income. Isn't that even more money? Pay for a nanny and make all the money you want and let her keep her career. Problem solved. But this whole trying to bombard women into being stay-at-home wives, and then the worst part about it is, for me, I understand you guys are married, but when she gives up her career, are you going to be paying her the same money she's losing? Because unless you're going to come up with, if she's making, just for an example, if she's making $10,000 a month and you're telling her to give that up to stay at home and make you sandwiches, are you paying her $10,000 a month? Because unless you're matching what she's going to give up and surpassed it because she's now going to be working for you, then don't just say, oh yeah, she has access to the account. No, sir, no. I mean, put her on the payroll. If she's going to be leaving her job, put her on your payroll. So whatever work she's going to be missing out on now, which I'm sure there's some fulfillment and some joy that she gets doing, going into her own job and making her own money. So if you want to take that away so badly, at the very least, you should let her monetize on that. At least in my opinion. If I'm missing out on $100,000 a year, literally just to please you, be prepared. And I don't just mean just tell me you're going to do it. I need it in writing. And I'm going to need the funds to be transferred to secure that. It's not going to just be, oh, you're good. No. Because we all know you men, you just want to be in a position to control. Because now when she's home, guess what? I give it 2-3 months before he hits her with the line, I pay for everything. It's my money paying for this. If I didn't pay for this, you wouldn't have this. And because he doesn't have that control right now, this is what he's yearning for, right? You were able to be successful in content creating. You were able to become a successful fighter. But guess what? To some degree, you haven't gotten that submissive wife, that stay-at-home wife model that you need in order to brag and be the man that you think that you are. So the last step to securing this manhood, the hear me roar, I am man routine, is to get her in the house where she's not dependent on you to feed her, because that's where the real level of control begins. I don't know, but if it was me, it would be an absolute no. Do not give up your career for these men. You have not seen who he really is until you are dependent on him for all your needs, all your wants. If when you need to get some pads, when you need to buy this, you need that, you need to call him and ask him for money, or if you're just using his money and you don't have your own money, that's when you're going to find out who he really is. He can't wait to tell you he's paying for everything, so therefore you are in control of nothing. Check online. These men now have the opportunity to speak how they really feel, and they make it clear. When they're the ones paying the bills, you can't ask them anything. One guy's even online right now telling the whole world his woman can't even ask him where he's going or what he's doing because he's paying the bills and he's the leader. And because he's paying bills, you can't ask him nothing. But for you, she needs to tell him everywhere she's going and who she's going to be with because he's the provider. He's provided and he needs to protect her. But she can't ask him anything because he's the leader. These men are dictators, plain and simple. And I don't know who is going to be silly enough to still allow that, but it won't be. It will not be me. Find you somebody silly to play with, but you better not gonna play with me. And I really hope, I see a lot of women are waking up to the nonsense. I hope more women continue to wake up to this because one, you can make your own money. There's plenty of money out here for everybody to make. You can make your own money. Depending on a man to feed you, only to be disrespected, have your self esteem shattered, and possibly even your face shattered, it's not worth it. The trade off is not worth it. Get a job, figure out a way to take care of yourself because having your entire anatomy being dictated by a man who doesn't care about you in any way, shape, or form, besides just having someone in his house to cook, clean, and to be at his beck and call, if it's worth it for you, have at it. But it's not worth it in the long run. Not to me. Not my self-esteem. Not it's not me. Find you somebody weaker to play with. Now, if you made it to the end of my video, thank you so much for sticking around. If you're interested in watching more videos, I have another video showing you what happens when, these narcissist men lose control, how they react, and how it leads to women losing their lives. Be very mindful when you're out here dating these men. It's not for show, it's not cute anymore. Like, you're putting yourself in real danger. The jealousy is real. These men are in real life very jealous of your accomplishments. And when they realize they cannot control you anymore, it becomes a matter of life or death. Click on my other videos and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I hope you guys enjoy and stick around for the next one. Have a great evening. And don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, share the link, like, comment, and subscribe for more videos and more material like this. Thank you for joining me today, and